Hello, I'm Rythian, and this is the channel update video for October 2015. The game in the background is, of course, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which still remains an absolutely excellent game and still remains a game I still quite haven't finished. The expansion to this, the first of two planned DLC / expansions, or whatever you want to call them, like big chunks of content, is coming out soon on October 13th. It'll be Heart of Stone. I kind of want to have to finish the game by then, so I gotta start doing it. I'm basically done with the first two major zones, and I have the third one left, but I know there's story that you do beyond those just zones. But yeah, I'm already like 70 hours in or something. Actually, how much am I in exactly? I am a lot in, 55 hours in, so there's more to do. It's such a great game though. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first one to tell you, but if you haven't played this game yet for some reason, you really should. It's like top 3 games ever for me. I mean, I say that while still haven't finishing it, I guess, so, you know, take it with an asterisk, because a lot of games end up starting really good and then completely blow it in like the last act, you know, really bad end game, stupid story decisions, whatever. I hope that Witcher 3 won't do that. I don't think he'll do that. Based on the people who have finished it, they say it's really good, even in the end, so I mean, I think it's gonna be good. But I guess when I haven't finished, I can't quite make that decision. You should totally play it though. It's really good. Just keep an eye out for, I don't know, sales or something. I mean, it's worth buying full price. Like, if any game is worth buying full price, is this. There's so much to do. You get so much money's worth of this. It's crazy. Right, enough about The Witcher. I've more than The Witcher, I've kind of mostly been playing games for either for my channel or with friends. So I've been playing, obviously, Warcraft and Volume, and GTA 5 we've been playing a bunch, the whole crew. Just doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. The new free mode events kind of brought us all back a little bit. So we did some of the free mode events, but most of them are pretty crap. We've never gotten the werewolf one, and it's ridiculous. I don't know if you have to be like 12 plus people or something to get it. We're generally like 7, maybe 8. So we usually get a bunch of weird ones, and they're not that great. Like, some of them just not that exciting. If it's like, you know, King of the Castle, you know, stay in a place, shoot people to get close to you, like, it's kind of boring. You know, that's not really what you want to play for a shooter. If you want to play shooter, you want to play a real shooter. GTA is good when you do something like unique and special. But it's still been lots of fun, and we've just been doing random jobs and just fucking around in free mode, and it's been entertaining. Like, that's also another really good game. Like, if you at all think that GTA appeals to you, it's totally worth getting. I don't know why I'm saying this. It's like the most selling games ever or something. Well, not ever, but crazy. Like, third most ever or something, after like Wii Sports and Super Mario Brothers. It's absolutely insane. I mean, that has helped. They sold it like 4 times on like millions of systems, and like for new generation, and then for PC and yeah, whatever. Anyway, enough about GTA. We've also been playing Mafia, aka Werewolf, on the StarCraft 2 custom map thing on the StarCraft 2 arcade. And that's just like the greatest. I love Mafia and Werewolf. It's like the greatest thing. I can't like explain how much fun it is to someone who hasn't really played, but it's just amazing. It's really good to do real life, of course, but you don't always have people nearby to do it in real life with, you know? So the best version I've found so far is the StarCraft 2 version. There's a game called Town of Salem, which is basically a complete rip-off, quote-unquote, of the StarCraft 2 version, which is fine. I mean, rips off fine, because it's based on a board game in the first place, you know? That is, like, very, very designed based on that. And that's great. and it's free to play and stuff. You can get cosmetics, but it just doesn't have the same feel. The StarCraft 2 map's just great. It has like all the copyrighted music. It has like the Godfather theme. It has like really atmospheric night and stuff. Great sound effects and things. It's awesome. It's great. So we've been basically been playing just like 7 to 10 of us people, how many people we can get. Mafia is always better the more people you have, because it's crazier and more cool things you can do. But even if you're only like 7 people, you can run a 5-town 2 Mafia setup with some randomized rolls, and it ends up being pretty great. It's super fun. Honestly, since the custom maps and stuff on StarCraft are free, I think everyone should get it a go. You can play all the custom maps that exist in StarCraft with just a trial version, or the starter edition, or whatever they're calling it right now. I'm not sure. Spawned edition. That was in StarCraft 1, I think they called it Spawn version. That was actually pretty cool back in the day, because that was one of the back when LAN was a thing. You could bring one StarCraft disc, and you installed StarCraft with a CDK or whatever on one computer. Then you installed spawns on like 7 other computers or something, or more. No, I think 8 was about it. I can't remember. I think 8. And then those spawns could connect to the main host, and you could play LAN. It was great. Now, of course, everything works differently, but either way, like the fact that you can play the starter edition and get all the custom maps for free is pretty amazing. Like one of the major hopes we all sort of had with Dota 2 and Reborn, and like, oh, here comes everything, it's gonna be great, custom maps. None of the custom maps really been that great. There's a couple of okay ones, but you know, StarCraft 2 has been out quite a while, and it's starting to become as good as Warcraft 3 custom maps were back in the day, almost. And Dota 2 is just nowhere near close yet, but maybe it will eventually. Dota 2 Mafia, maybe, who knows, I don't know. It's really good, and that's what I'm saying. Otherwise, solo, I played a bit of Secrets of Grindia and grinded because it was fun. It's a fun game. Whenever they put in more stuff, I think you'll end up seeing more of it. Playing with Kim, Will, and Zoe. It's really fun. It really reminds me of old school games, and I love old games. I have such a kick on playing like old school retro RPG games and stuff, and hopefully you'll see some of that soon. More details to come. Also played a bit of Binding of Isaac because the Afterbirth expansion is happening fairly soon, which is going to be pretty crazy and cool. They're going to add so much stuff, but so I'm just sort of keeping non-rusty in Binding of Isaac and just like trying to finish some of the last things I haven't done yet. Not gonna bother with the Lost yet, but I have like 2 challenges left. They're 2 stupid blindfold challenges. They're dumb and annoying, but you know, they're last on the list of things I haven't done, so it sort of tells me what to want to do. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. So what have you guys seen of what I've been up to? Well, you obviously see my channel, and the best thing currently on my channel is probably the Hearthstone games with Zoe. Tavern Brawls, very fun. Sometimes they're good Tavern Brawls, sometimes they're bad Tavern Brawls, but either way, I feel like the videos are always good. Me and Zoe, of course, have pretty good chemistry when it comes to making content together. Good banter, we talk about things, and it's fun. We're about even level of Hearthstone skill too, so we don't always just stomp each other. One person always wins or whatever, so it works out fine. And also, we don't take it seriously. And I do think there is room for someone who doesn't take Hearthstone seriously. I know a lot of people watch them and go like, oh my god, Rythian, you're so bad. And yeah, I know I'm not good at Hearthstone. I barely play it. You don't get good at a game if you don't play it a lot. But I have fun, and Zoe has fun, and I hope people have fun watching. And yeah, maybe I'll do less misplays in the future. I hope so. I don't like being bad at a game, but on the other hand, I don't generally want to put in lots of time and effort to get good at it either, because I don't care about it that much that I really want to improve my own skill, you know? Anyway, that's it for Hearthstone. Warcraft is almost done. I feel like I've talked about Warcraft in every channel update video since like when it started was like back in March or something. I don't know. And I feel like I've talked about Warcraft the entire time because it's been a hell of a long series. But that's what happens when a game is that huge and includes the expansion pack that is like longer than the original. But we're so close to being done now. We're into the last act of the bonus Orc campaign, and it's not a particularly long one. So I guess get ready, and then finally we'll be done with Warcraft. A lot of people were talking to me asking like if I could do StarCraft 1 and stuff. And I've said, like I've said in the past, I just don't think it would make for fun videos to watch necessarily, because there's just not enough to it. There's not enough dialogue, not enough cutscenes, not enough unique gameplay. It's just mission briefing, build a base, fight the enemy, and dialogue. Repeat over and over and over and over again. Every now and then you get an infiltration mission. There is a cool thing called StarCraft Mass Recall, which lets you play StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 1 Brood War and stuff in StarCraft 2's engine, which is really nice. Makes it feel a bit newer, more modern and stuff. I like it. It's cool. But in terms of actual content, it's still not exactly like super new and exciting. So I don't think it's worth it, even if it should be interesting for the story. But I don't know. Maybe I'll run out of things to do and I'll really feel like playing them. I'll play them. I'll see what people think. But right now, I don't think so, because I'm kind of just hyped for actual StarCraft 2, which is coming next month. More on that later. Now on to volume, and this is where things get real. Because honestly, it's not very fun anymore to play. I don't really look forward to playing it. It feels like sort of a chore, something I have to do. And judging by, you know, numbers, interaction, comments, you know, Reddit responses, likes, you know, fan art, that sort of stuff, none of you really care about it either. Like, okay, that's not true. There's always some people. And I know there's going to be like a few people out there going like, no, I love the series, please don't stop. But it's getting probably the lowest amount of views I've ever gotten on a series. And normally I try not to look too close to that. Like I feel like you just drive yourself crazy if all you care about is looking at all the numbers all the time. I feel like you just have to sort of do what you want to do and hope that it comes through and that things work out. But volume is like averaging what, maybe like a ridiculous low amount of views, and no one really seems to care about it much. The gameplay is just so samey all the time. The story is barely there. Like once every half an hour, maybe more, we get like a tiny piece of story. And I'm being generous when I call it story, because what I really get is just like a small conversation that just reinforces the already existing story. I think the game is, sadly, a bit of a failure, at least for me, because it's just not what I want. I want way more story from it. I want more things to happen. I would have actually, if the game was done by now, or a few episodes ago, I'd probably be happy with it. Because it was kind of cute, it was kind of cool. I love the characters and the narration and stuff. And then it was done, boom. But, I mean, we're like 60% through, so we have almost half of it remaining. And the levels are getting longer and longer and tougher. And I don't feel like playing through the rest of it. And you guys don't feel like want to watch me play through the rest of it. And if I don't want to really play it, and you guys don't really want to watch me play it, and no one really cares about it, then why am I doing it? I hate leaving series unfinished. I almost never do it. This sort of a thing I really try to, you know, not do. Like, because I feel like if you start something, you should finish it. I've unfinished a few series. Shadowrun, Metro, Comedy Answer Blackrock, but let's not go into that one. and those two, again, I didn't really like ending, but I felt like it wasn't just getting anywhere. Like I personally didn't really feel like the videos were working, and the people watching didn't really seem to care enough. Even though there's always going to be someone who says like, oh, I liked it a lot. But as much as I'd like to just do this for a hobby, I am doing this for a living. I need a certain number of views before I can bother with something. I don't talk about this much because I don't feel like it's something you guys should listen to a lot, because it's like, you know, pulling back the veil and like making it all seem like ugly and stupid in business, which I kind of don't want you to think. Like when you guys watch my channel, I just want you guys to think of it as entertainment, cool stuff to watch, and then like, you know, you watch ads or you don't, and you know, buy shirts or you don't, or you know, sub to Twitch or whatever, like that sort of stuff if you want to, because you feel like, you know, you want to help out, or if you just, you know, want to toss a couple of bucks my way, that's cool. But I don't want you guys to think of this as like a business, so I don't talk about this a lot. But we have to be realistic about some things as well. I can't do this regularly as a business if it's not working out, if you know what I'm saying. Like if no one watches the stuff I do, then I can't do this for a living. I have to go get another job and it all stops. So, long story short, I'm going to put volume on a long break. And it's a break that most likely will never end. Maybe randomly one day I'll finish it all off on a stream, or when I'm really out of ideas, I'll go back to finish it or something. But I put Metro on a break, I put Shadowrun on a break, and I'm putting this one on a break. Now, Shadowrun I'm not going to finish because I finished it on my own and I actually love the game. I actually recommend the game for people to play. It was really good. Metro is still a possibility at some point because I did really like the atmosphere. But volume is unlikely. I feel like I just want to blast through it and see the story somehow. I don't actually want to play it. I feel like it's taking too long. So yeah, no more volume. And Warcraft is almost done. So what's taking the place of those series on the channel? Well, hopefully something you like a lot, because I know you guys, a couple of people have asked me about it because the game came out recently, and the plan was always to do something about it. We just had to wait a little bit for everyone to be ready and the schedule to fit. We're doing Trine 3 Artifacts of Power with Kim and Zoe. So that is coming up very soon on the channel. It's gonna be fun. Trine 3 as a game is a beautiful game, a charming game. I personally don't think it's quite as good as Trine 1 and Trine 2, but it's fun. And I hope you'll enjoy it, because I like collaborative content. I like Kim, I like Zoe. I think we do good work together. I hope you guys will love it. So that one's coming up soon. Should be good. So it'll be alternating Trine and Warcraft for a little bit, and once Warcraft runs out, I will see if I can put in something short to fill sort of its spot until November, because November will be pretty full of games, because it's gonna be StarCraft Legacy of the Void, which holy hell am I hyped for. Mega hyped for Legacy of the Void. And Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Not quite as hyped for that one, although I am looking forward to having fun in the multiplayer. I am looking forward to see if the single player is going to be as bad as the last two. Because Black Ops actually hasn't been bad single player. The actual Black Ops games, Black Ops 1 and 2, they've been pretty solid. And you know how it is with both Ghosts. Well, not Ghost. Ghost was actually really bad. Advanced Warfare was good at times, but then eventually just became more like Ghost and therefore bad. So that was just crap. But we're hoping for this one to be good. Either way, I'll be playing through it. I'll be giving you my opinions. You know me. I'm not going to hold back or anything. I will be harsh if need be, and nice if need be. I think it's gonna be fun, personally, to play through, and then if it gets crap, well, at least you'll get a cool rant out of it, and you guys seem to like those, So that's the plan for November. For October, now, it's Trine and Warcraft, no more volume, sorry, it's done for now. Sorry if you liked it, but let's be realistic. Might be some short thing, possibly to take Warcraft space, I don't know. And that's mostly it. I'm not even gonna start talking about streaming again, because I say I'm gonna stream every one of these videos, and I never do. But I still plan on at some point. Right, enough of that, because, yeah. And that's it for me this week, I guess. Like, a bit more real talk than usual, I suppose. But as usual, talking a lot about games. If you want to support me, go ahead and buy my shirts. They are in the description. You know what to do. And just keep, you know, liking, watching, sharing my stuff. You know the deal. I don't need to tell you this. You've been on YouTube long enough. You understand how it all works. But yeah, that's enough of me. That's enough of The Witcher. I think the only thing rest of this footage is me killing a level 8 water hag, which is not super impressive. So we're just gonna cut it short right now. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.